Hey Stampers again, it's Gaynor again. I decided that I was going to give up making albums on film for certain reasons, but I just absolutely love making them, and I know I don't get many views, but I'm going to continue to make them. I love them. The one I'm going to be doing in particular, I've had these papers a while now, and I've cut them all up, and I've got all the little ephemera and all the little cut aparts, die cut and all sorts pinned together, and I love. I've already done the album cover. I'll put a video up in the top corner of the video, so you can follow that tutorial, save you watching me painstakingly do it on every video. So I've done my covers, I've got it dressed inside. My pages are going to be slightly different, but I am using these beautiful Cosmos papers. I adore them. I have got all the little strips that I've cut out because I'm not going to waste none of this. It's just divine. I adore it. And I bought 2 paper pads, so I've got double of everything. These are all the words that I've got cut out. Some are foreign, some are English. So depending on, look at the size of that little peg. So depending on, we've got the words believe, then you've got magical vibes, stars can't shine without darkness, nature does nothing unnecessarily, chase the moon, ride the stars, and then the beauty of nature is everywhere. Never stop looking up. We are all stardust. Trust the magic of beginnings. Those who don't believe in magic will never find it. And then we have the foreign ones then. Probably mean exactly what they've just said, but in probably Spanish. I'm just guessing. Maybe even Polish, because it is a Hungarian company. So I've done all the hard work. I've got all my little cut aparts. I've got all the ephemera cards in different sizes. These are just absolutely divine. Just beautiful. Look at that. They are absolutely stunning. Look at that. Oh, my beautiful friend Lorraine would love this. You know, look at that. Absolutely stunning. So there are 2 lots of everything, but I've only cut 1 lot of everything, I think. Or have I done the 2? Let's have a look. We got, oh, just look how beautiful that is. Yeah, I've done the 2 on this one, because you get the papers on the back as well. Look at that, never stop looking up. Beautiful bird and that gorgeous stag. And then the same with these ones. Yeah, so I've done all the hard work already, so I can keep these all together. I have just got these little tags as well. Same sort of little pictures. Just gorgeous papers. Absolutely stunning. Love the wolf. Beautiful creature. And then we've got these ones as well. Again, it tends to be the same pictures, but they are beautiful. And we can use the backs instead. We don't have to just use the front panels. Oh, absolutely divine. So we've got all the hard work done. I can cut those out if I had large enough circle dies, which I don't. I love this. Maybe I will invest in some. And these are the rest of those die cut words, but we can use the papers on the back. This is going on the cover of my album. I mean, who wouldn't just do that on the front? Maybe I can die cut one of the cards if it's the same size. No, it's not, but I do have 2 sheets of everything. So let's get started. I'm going to leave that out for the cover. I'm going to keep the little clips for all my scraps because I'm not letting them go to waste. And I think I have put the two together, have I? Let me just see. No, but I'm just looking. Cosmos, let me have a look. That's not it. I do have two of those. There it is, it's on the back. So I could die cut this beautiful fella out and the moon and then have them 3D'd on top of the front cover, or maybe I'll even do, I've got chipboard left over. These are little strips of chipboard, 3/4 of an inch and 1 inch strips, and we can make some photo frames with those. I've got a mixture of washi tapes as well with the blue, and maybe even a bit of this green blue glitter, which tends to go okay with some of the papers. And there's navy papers, you know, there's navy in there, you know, there's all different colours, there's stripes. So I've got my washies ready, so I'm going to stick that at the back because that is for my front cover. Beautiful, beautiful papers. I've got 21 pieces of 12 by 12 plus 5 I have cut down for my pages. So I'll tell you chipboard pieces. My album is going to be 8.5 by 10. So you're going to need 2 pieces at 8.5 by 10 and one at 3.5 by 10 for the spine. It took 2 pieces of 12 by 12 joined together with a 1 inch overlay for the cover, and then another piece then I cut down for the inside covers. I didn't bother doing all of it to the edge because we'd have had a big gap there, so I did it to there. But this will be covered over, you won't see none of this. And then the centre piece was 8.5 by 9 3/4, so there's about 2.5 inches either side. And then these I just cut down to 9 3/4 by 6 on one sheet, and then just stuck those in as well. But you won't see none of that. So there's my album made. So, and then the pages you're gonna need, I put 5 and maybe I'll only do 4, but it depends. I'm not having pockets on the side or at the top. We're going to be adding pockets, we're going to be adding flaps and all sorts. So you've got 12 by 12 cardstock. I've cut 5 at 9 1/8 by 9.5. My album's 10, so the pages will be 9.5. And we're now going to score them on the short side at 1/2 inch and 1/8 of an inch, because I want a 5/8 of an inch. Do I do 5/8 of an inch first and then the 1/2 inch, don't I? Yeah. So scrap that. We're going to score this at 5/8 of an inch, because that's this piece that's going to be joining into the spine, and then 1/2 inch, so that is 5/8 and 1 1/8. So it wasn't half, it was 5/8 and 1 1/8. So these are going to be my pages. Oops, I haven't checked to see which is the short side, have I? Jane has just rushed on in. So no, I've done that wrong. It needs to be that way. So I will cut another piece at the end for my 5th page. So on the 9 1/8 side, score this at 5/8 of an inch and 1 1/8 of an inch, because we've got 1/2 inch gusset. Let me get that out of the way, otherwise I'll use that. So are these the short side? Yeah. So push that up, 5/8 and 1 1/8. Yes, 5/8 and 1 1/8. Wrong side. That's the one. 5/8 and 1 1/8. Please bear with me, I've got a bit of a chesty cough, so if I do have to clear my throat every now and then let's do that piece. I've got a spare piece here, so let me score this first and then we'll cut it. So 5/8 and 1 1/8. Just save getting it out twice. So I keep the score line on this side, and then I can make this 9 1/8. By 9 1/2. Because our pages, once folded on those crease lines, are going to be what are they going to be? 8 inches. 8 by 9 1/2 my pages will be. So I'm just going to fold and burnish my score lines just on the first page now, because this is the one we're going to be working on. I mean, if you want to put pockets on, so you've got a top flap or a side flap, you're more than welcome to do so. I think sometimes I can bulk it out a bit too much, so we're forever constantly adding. So that's how my pages are going to go in my album, down the spine, and then we've got this much space, 1/2 inch space to work with, and I'm going to burnish on both sides because we open each page both ways. I used to do 3/4 and then 1/2 inch, but I think 5/8 of an inch is plenty. So when our pages are in, we've got that 1/2 inch gusset to work with. So it's keeping it nice and neat for me, because they are definitely 8 by 9 1/2 now. Excuse me. I do have some brown papers which I might grab, and we could attach them after. I'm just thinking, or do we do it to the actual page this time? I'm trying to think. My large bottle of Calal glue I have transferred to a smaller bottle with a fine tip, because this Calal is just the nozzle, you can never get it to just come out gently a little bit. So I've transferred, and I've got an art glitter glue fine nib on there as well, and it's the same size as my art glitter glue. So when one of these bottles becomes empty, I can put the larger amount in there, because there's no way you can take this lid off. It's totally factioned for just open and twist close. So we all find initiative ways of opening things. I've got some beautiful ribbons, I've got some denim, I've got some pale blue, and I'm going to be using some white lace as well, which I haven't got out. Got a head like a sieve, forget things all the time. So let me go with my white lace. Oh my god. So I've got the white lace. I've got several packets of these. These were gifted to me by, I can't remember. Oh, I'm terrible. I'm going to start writing people's names on items they send to me. We've got this gorgeous thin one here as well, a slightly wider one, and then this one. And I just think they're beautiful. So they will be taking centre stage in this album somewhere as well. I've got my brand new Heartfelt Creations dies for pockets and other items. Look at these beautiful pockets. They're all sticking together. These make actual fancy fold pockets and accents. And this one has got the regal pockets and accents. Absolutely gorgeous. So we'll be using these as well somewhere in this album. I just love it. I just love it. So page 1, let's do a photo frame first for the front cover of our album. So I'm going to use the 1-inch ones for the front. So, ooh, let's grab paper. So I am going to use the back page, aren't I? This one. I want that. What I'll do, I'll cut out enough to do the photo frame now. Oh no, I won't. I'm just going to use a different pattern. Sorry. We're going to have an acetate window on it, so someone can slide a photo in. So I'm going to find something like this one. When I can get it out. This one. Got this gorgeous pattern on the back. Oh, I don't know. Oh, Gaynor, just get them out. So let's go up to our first pack. Oh, I tell you what. Let's use the actual cover itself. So this is back page of the album, and we're going to use the other side. And I do have 2 of those. I should have 2 of the front covers as well then. Just bear with me, please. Nope. There it is. There's the front cover. I knew I had 2 of those as well, so let's decide which one we're going to pick, because they give you so you've got patterns on the inside covers now as well, which I adore. And oh, I like that though, mine. That would make a wonderful picture frame. So let's decide. We'll do a 7x5. So I'm sure these are all long enough to be 7x5 because they're all 8.5 in length. Oh, definitely. So if I grab a pencil, because I want them 7 inches tall. Did I do 7.5 just? No, I did it right, that's okay. And then by 5, so let me just cut those down quickly. You can probably see me in the top corner of my mouth. I'm like, make sure they're pretty straight. Yeah, not too bad. So we're going to grab a piece of card, and you want about 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch all the way around. So we need to make these by 5. So let's see where our 5 inches is. So that needs to come in a little bit, and then that means we need to cut to that size. Perfect. And oh, got some nice length here to maybe even do some more. So don't throw any of your chipboard away, because we can make little tags with it as well. I'm going to make that right on the end, and that one as well. Perfect. So I need to cut that. So let's say if that's 7 by 5, so if I do 9 by 7, that should be perfect. So I know if I take 5 inches off, that gives me 7. So there's the 7, and 9 is 3 off 12, obviously. So there's our 9 by 7 piece. So about an inch. All round. So why is that? I need to just trim that a little fraction. Ow, there goes my knuckles. Let's see. Perfect. Look at that. So let's get some glue. Sorry, I have not felt well all day. So if I come down a little bit, we might get away with using a little bit less of this paper. Sorry. Perfect. Do do do. So that's the shape of our brain. I'm going to fetch in my self-healing cutting mat, and now we're going to cut the centre. So I'm going to leave about half an inch. All round. Oops, don't want to come too far down. Hopefully that'll come out. Oops. No one's going to see that bit, but keep it because it'll come on in handy. And then cut. And I've glued that down the wrong way, haven't I? I've just realised. Oh well. It might be an unusual little frame, but it'll be a frame. We can add some decoration over that. So let me just pop that away for a sec. I just realised what I've done. So, scissors. I'm just going to chop the corners off. Once I've shown you how to do this once, you'll be able to do it all the time then. So, and we can trim a little bit off that because it's a little bit too long. It's my fault. Where's my knife gone? There we go. That's definitely too long. That one's not too bad. That one's not too bad. Those strips as well. They all come in handy. So now we can, and you can nip that round the corner. Get our glue. And we can do the inside if you want while you're here. So oops. Nobody's going to see this side. Make sure you tuck your little corners in. Add your glue. Make a nice little photo frame. Again, don't forget to tuck your corners in. Lovely. It's a bit more stability, isn't it, when you use your leftover chipboard. Oh, we used to make these in school many moons ago. I used to love my after school clubs. Didn't have to go home. So let's get this side done now. Tuck that in. Lift that up. Tuck his sides in. Tippy tip. Nice straight edge. Lovely. Now onto our last side. Don't forget to tuck your corners round. Just gives you nice straight edges. I do pull some weird faces. Don't worry about this inside piece because no one's going to see this one. Let me just have a look at that frame before yeah, so what? I'm going to add some decoration on there. Or we could just do a slightly smaller frame and add it on top and give it some depth. And put the paper the right way round. Corners. Even that's nice that way, believe it or not. But how cute is that little photo frame? Gonna add some black card. Oh, I think I like that. That is well cute. So we're gonna need a piece of black to back this as well, and we're going to have our acetate in between, but you're going to leave the top open so you can slide obviously that piece, and I can use that piece that I scored differently. So let's give this a little edge all the way around. Cut those off. Keep all my spare black cardstock. I think my trimmer blade needs, yeah, that's going to be beautiful. Behind there. Do you know, I might cover that again actually. The right way this time. I could literally glue that on because that's the way it should have been, and it's the perfect width. Look at that. Glue that on and then just cut the center out because I made a boo-boo, didn't I? With the, and I want my picture frame that way, not that way on the front, you know, like that. Oh, mind you, we could have it like that, and then we can really decorate with flowers and all sorts down here. Oh, right. We've got that black piece, that's the right width. I cut that down to 5. I've picked the pages up as well. There. Leaving it on there. So I could glue, like I say, that on there. And then just trim the inside out. Oh, we could just pop that in and do it again quickly. because, so let's do that by 8. Take 4 off. Half an inch is plenty. 8 by 6. Keep that strip. Just glue that and just tuck those edges round, because, and it's double the strength now anyway, so my mistake. Please check your papers before you do yours. I'm putting it down to being poorly. So 1/2 inch all the way around. Perfect. So while that's drying, let's get some cutting done again. Just let's check. Yes, we got it right way round. So 1/2 inch on the inside as well. We get to keep the piece of paper that we're cutting off. So if I pull that down to 2, 7. So if I cut from 2.5 down to 6.5. Oh, I'm a little bit too close to that side. Oh, flipping it, can you keep a straight line? That's a bit wonky, wasn't it? No one's gonna see it. Keep that piece too. And then our corners again. Need those. Trust me to put the paper on the wrong way round, eh? Silly sausage. So, it's only to cover. Again, we can do this. We just done it the first time. Double the strength. In. There we go. Such an easy way to make a little frame. Tuck your corners in. Oh, I'd have to clear my space. Mr. Boyce will probably come up with a cup of coffee. So I've got clear acetate here as well that I've cut to size. Oh, flipping that made me jump. Oh, it made me jump out my skin. There we go. Let's check. That's better. That is so much better. Oh, we can make a card doing this. Yeah, picture framed card. Come up with all sorts of ideas while I'm album making. Crafting even. So the corners are good, and now we can do the inside. I'm just going to add glue this time. Don't forget to do the inside bit. A little bit short on this piece because I cut it a bit skew-with, but as long as it tucks in, it will glue down. And these papers are really strong. 200 GSM, I think. I'll check the colours in a minute. Over. That's it. Didn't take long, did it? I just love these papers. And there's a lady watching called Maria Deenda. I think it's Deenda. Or Deanda. Maria Deanda. Can you please send me your address, my darling? I cannot find it anywhere. And forgive my forgetful memory. I got like a sieve some days, girls. Sure they stay butted up. Last one. Put that back. It doesn't matter what it looks like there, it's what it looks like there. Oh, look at that. Absolutely beautiful. Don't forget to flatten down all your edges. Why didn't I do that in the first place? I can show you. All your corners are looking lush. Nice and flat, especially on the inside as well. There is one picture frame, just absolutely gorgeous. So we're going to need a piece of 7x5 acetate. I might have to trim this down just a wee little bit. It fits perfectly actually. So, but you cannot glue the top bit. So I've got some red liner tape somewhere. I pulled it out earlier. Where's it gone? Oh, there it is. This stuff is mega strong. So I'm going to add it to 3 sides. I'm just going to have a look. I want the blue at the top. Or do I? Yes, I want the blue at the top. So I'm going to get my red liner tape. And I'm just going to add it to my cardstock, my frame even. And it's mega strong, this stuff is. And I mean mega strong. So you can just push all the air bubbles out. Perfect. Let's pop that back down there for a minute. So I am going to peel back just the bottom bit first. She says when she gets to it. There we are. And then grab my acetate. I've got a swivel cloth somewhere to give it a little boost. Let's pop that out of the way. Microfiber cloth, anything. I just get rid of any dusty bits. Looks pretty good to me. Now I'm going to add it to the top. So I can get it lined up perfectly before adding it to my red liner tape. Perfect. Now I know it's in perfect positioning. Pull off my tape. This stuff is so strong. Perfect. And then just finish that down. So our photo, or the recipient's photo, can literally tuck down the back. Like so. Oh, love it. So if I get that and add that on there, trim that off once it's added on. This then can be that window at the very back of the card, and then they can slide the photo in there, and then when the photo comes out they've still got this beautiful background to see. So let's do the moon at the top. Fingers crossed. Oh, that's blocked. Oh, one of my little charms has just come off. Oh, I'll have to put that to one side. I'll have to get in touch with my lovely friend Gloria and ask her where do I put it back. because she made this charm for me. Absolutely beautiful lady. Heart of gold. That's right. So let's get this in the centre. I want to come down actually a little bit because I want to be able to see that moon. I can just trim that off the bottom because I know that's 7 by 5. There's no glue on there. And then that can get put against there. Oh, that is beautiful. Isn't that cute? So that then can be glued down, or even use tape. I'm going to use tape. Because if we're going to have that wolf on the front of the album, and we do run it, oh, I get myself now. This is mega sticky stuff. And I've done it so it's going to open up lengthways. Ugh. Never mind. Keep forgetting my own head. I only said it, what, 15 minutes ago? Oh my lordy lord. Oh, right. We can glue this onto the top. That's the entrance for the photo. See what I mean? I pull all sorts of expressions. What am I doing? Leave one side on. Right, where's the top entrance? There. This moon is going up here, so rest that on there and then lay that down. Whew. And then we can peel back this one. Just helps with lining everything up. That is not going anywhere, and we can still add our photo in the top. Yeah, and that's beautiful. What have I done now? Oh, I'm so stupid. I've added it to there and it's now going in front of the acetate, not behind. Oh God, I'm ill. I'm putting it down to being ill. So this one, it's just gonna have a glossy front. It was the top black piece I shouldn't have glued down either. The acetate I should have. It's the black. Can I start, press, rewind and come back? I could actually. It should have been in between the black and the acetate, but still a beautiful frame. My battery's not even full, so it should have gone behind the black. which I've glued down now. So this should have been glued right down. This one should have been left open. Do you know what? I'm so poorly. But I'm sure we can use this somewhere in the book. So scraps of paper keep together. Little ones, large ones can be popped back in. Or we could even make a smaller frame, or a slightly bigger one actually. So let's do a thinner frame. Let's decide what. There's our acetate. Let's do another one the same size actually. Another piece of acetate that is 7 by 5. What's that one? It's the one with the moon. Let's do this one now with a paper frame. So these are little 1/4 inch strips. So let's again mark, do another 7 by 5. Let's do it 7.5 by 5.5. That way we can get that 1/2 inch all round for the photo itself. Oops. So knit them off. Just check. Perfect. This is, let's cut this at 4 1/4. So it's half. Oh, I've got another long piece there, so we're beneath the. So, right, glue, first one into place. Leave about 1/2 inch all round. Let's test how wide that is. Just over 5.5, 5 3/4. So let's take another, if I take the 1/4 inch off that, make that 4. That'd be just right. Oh, don't want that piece, don't want that piece. Get rid of those bits. Obviously these little bits you can't reuse. Let's just check that they are cut the same. Yes. And that will make this 5.5. Bang on. Perfect. Not a straight line, that isn't Gaynor. That's better. So let's get this on. Perfect. Making sure they're really level down there. Ba-ban. DVD. That's my trimmer. And I'm just going to whip that off. Just the width of there. Perfect. And then just the width of there. Oops, why didn't that cut? Blades. And then we can start again. Right, let's go. And I'm going to put that right along the edge of this chipboard to cut around. Oh, where's my green mat? Don't want to be cutting into my desk. Just my luck. So 1 inch. Half inch down to 6 and six and a half. What I'm doing is I'm putting my ruler right on the edge at the 1 inch mark there, and then cutting from the half inch down to the 6 and a half, and the same this side. That should have cut out. A little catch on there. And we can keep that piece as well. And then we're going to cut from the corners out. Miter in those corners. You could use a ruler if you want. Perfect. Knife going away. Check we've got our, yes we have. Move this now. Oh, my elbow. Leave yourself about 1 millimetre, maybe 2. From the edges. And then we can work it just to get that fold in there. Don't forget to come around. Well, we can do that on the next corner as we go around that way. Don't forget to smooth that out. That's going to be looking so much better. Let's do the 2 sides first. Little fraction there. See that? Just wonder if I can. Oh, let's not worry about that. Just a tad out, just a little bit. Oops, that's my acetate. we can push it round the corners. That's it. Oops. This one's a better fit, look, you're getting those corners perfect. So, hook it round. And then lift this up. Alright. Looking good. Now. Let's give them all a good crunch first. Oops. Don't know what that is. Big cardboard. Perfect. Right, now we can start to glue these in. I'm in deep thought. This one's turned out absolutely gorgeous. The other one has as well, just have to give it double layer because again I put the paper on wrong. But how sweet are these? So you push all the way down. Perfect. What say we add this one on the front because we've done it properly. Perfect. That is so sweet. Our acetate is big enough to cover perfectly. Just slightly bigger that one is. Yes, a ½ inch bigger all around. We can use that one on the inside. This one can go all the way round. I'm not going to use the red. Am I? Yeah, I've got to use the red liner tape. Actually, I've got some thinner one. Let me get that out. Massive rolls, 50-metre rolls. I've got another one here as well. That's an 1/8 of an inch. I had these off eBay. I think it worked out about £9 for all 3 rolls. So I'm going right along the edge of the inner frame. Whoops, look, see, it can take your paper off. This one is going to be sealed all round. It's the black cardstock that's not. Oh, again. Get it like a sieve. Oof. So, air bubbles out. Oh, I love that frame. It's going to be slightly bigger, but it can go up there with the photo in, and then we can have that wolf. Oh, what am I doing? I'm putting... So, tape. Right, acetate. Just take one piece off. Lay your acetate down, just stick one side first. We can check for any bits and buff this up before adding anything else. And then we can whip off the sides because we know it ain't going nowhere. Right, our acetate is all the way down now. We need to cut. Just seal them in. That's better. Oh, there we go. I can just give that a buff. Perfect. Now for a sheet of cardstock. Oh my goodness. Where did I put that other piece? And my 4 pages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 should say. I'll put them inside there so I don't wreck them. They're not big enough. So let's get a sheet of cardstock out. And I can get out of the packet. That's better. So we cut this 4.5, well 4 3/4. So that makes that 7.25 by 7.5 by 5.5. So 7.5. Let me just pull the arm out. So that is, what's the width? Gainer. This is 7.25. That's right, by 5.25. Why was that so hard? Because your brain's not ticking over. And we've got these. These will come in handy inside the book. Right. Now we need a piece of cardstock. That is perfect. Yeah. bind it. And that will get adhered down there. So they can be glued together. Do I even need this black? I could just basically adhere that down, couldn't I? And then the picture can get slid in behind there. I think it's for strength that they add this. I know we used to just add another piece of chipboard in the back and white paper so people could just add their photos. I think the black is just for a bit of stability. There we go, that'll do. Now that can get glued on there, just at 3 sides. So again, red liner tape, only because it's good and strong. Just around the outsides again. And you've got to see which way you want the top. I want that as the top. No, we're having this as the top. That at the top. We'll do the 2 sides. We don't want to be gluing it all down again, do we? So that's it, slide down, yes, lovely. Right, let's get that backed off. Let's take the bottom one off first. I want it that way. So line this up. Line that one up just to make sure you've got everything straight, and then the picture will go in the top. Perfect, behind with acetate. Beautiful. And you know what? My battery's coming to an end, and then we've only made a couple of frames. So there is that front cover picture frame, absolutely divine, and our piece of photo paper will get behind this top piece. So perfect. I'm just going to fold that up. Just so we can see. It's definitely going to get a 6, maybe a 6 by, let's just measure that. You'll easily get a 6 by 4 photo in that front cover, easy. And that will get, after we've added some papers, that is going to get added to the front. And that's going to be on there. Beautiful. And then we can carry on with those gorgeous moon page pictures. Oh, I love it. So there is a couple of frames that we've made already for our beautiful album. I might even put this one in the back somewhere. I know we can't get it behind the acetate, but it's still a beautiful picture frame. We will incorporate it somewhere in this book. So, front covers, albums covered. Come back on the next video and we'll start to make our beautiful pages. And we can make some embellishments and everything throughout this book. We're not going to do it like the traditional norm, 1 page, 2 page, 3 page. We're going to do it in all sorts. So we'll make our own embellishments. We've got to decorate the cover. I've got to add some gorgeous washi tapes. Oh, I'm going to do patchwork quilt type pieces on this as well because I just love that. Clean all my tools before you come back. Look, because that red liner tape is uber sticky. So let's put these in here. Let's pop that out of the way. Let's get our pieces together. Keep all our bits together. Black together. DSP together. Make sure all our equipment is clean. And that's Mr. Boyce. Where's my cup of coffee? Because he hasn't been up. He's got a lot on his mind, bless him. He's so worried, sick about his mum. It's unreal. Bless his little soul. Yeah, so let's just make sure all our equipment is clean. And speak of the devil, and here he is. Oh my lord. Mr. Boyce is one in a million. Say hi.
Hi.
Thank you, my darling.
Okay.
Love you. What great timing was that? The battery's full, so I'll probably be back in 10 minutes, but you won't see this till tomorrow. Bye for now.